Hi, my name is Davita Sarai. My student ID is 632506661. I am from accounting department and this video is from midterm project for English. So today I would like to share my personal opinion about Indonesia current president, Mr. Prabowo Subianto. In this presentation, I will explain thoughts about his leadership, including his background, the positive side of his presidency, the challenges he faced, and my personal evaluation based on factual report from trusted news source. My goal is not to judge, but to reflect on how his leadership affects Indonesia and its people. Let's begin by giving some background. Prabowo Subianto is a well-known political and military figure in Indonesia. He once served as the commander of Indonesia's Special Force, Kopassus, and he's known for his discipline and strong leadership style. After losing three previous president elections in 2009, 2014, and 2019, he finally won in 2024 election with about 59% of the national vote. This victory marked an important turning point in his long political career and proved his determination to never give up. Now, let's talk about some positive aspects of his leadership. One of the things I appreciate about Mr. Prabowo is persistence and dedication. Despite facing failures and controversy, he's continued to serve the country in various ways. His passion and consistency in politics show that he's not easily discouraged. As reported by Time magazine, his long journey reflects both resilience and a deep desire to contribute in the nation. Another positive side of his concern for social welfare main program, the Free Nutrition Meal Program or FNB, was designed to provide free meals for students and pregnant women to improve nutrition and health. The idea behind this program is good. It shows that he cares about the younger generation and wants to reduce hunger and malnutrition in Indonesia. This policy, if managed properly, could help build a healthier and smarter society. Economically, according to Antara News, the government under Prabowo has managed to keep inflation under 3%, and Indonesia investment growth has increased during his first month in office. Internationally, he has also been active in strengthening diplomatic relations with other countries. This action shows that he is focused on maintaining economic stability and ensuring Indonesia plays an important role on the global stage. Now, after seeing some history, I would like to move to a more balanced discussion. Both the good and the bad side of his presidency based on real facts reported by international and national media. After reading and analyzing various reports from international and national media, I believe that President Prabowo is a complex figure, a leader with both strength and weakness that reflect Indonesia's ongoing struggle between reform and old power. From his background, Prabowo military career shaped into a disciplined and assertive leader. However, his past is shadowed by a serious controversy, including alleged human rights violations during the late 1990s, according to Time magazine and Antara News. These allegations led to his dismissal from the army. Even so, Prabowo has managed to rebuild his image over time, showing persistence and political skill that helped him finally win the 2024 presidential election after three previous defeats. His biosocial program, the Free Nutritious Meal Program or IBG, represent as ambitious and well-intentioned effort to improve nutrition among students and pregnant women. But Based on report from Reuters and ABC News, thousands of children have suffered from food poisoning linked to program for supervision. This incident highlights weakness in the government management and coordination, suggesting that Prabowo administration still struggle to ensure safety and quality control. At the same time, his presidency has been marked by social unrest. As The Guardian and Politico report, protests erupted after the government approved the large allowance for parliament manager, including housing benefit reaching up to 50 million rupiah per month. Many citizens felt this was unfair, especially when economic inequality remains a serious issue. Even though President Prabowo later promised to revoke those perks, the protest left several people dead, a clear sign of the public's deep frustration. His administration has achieved some stability, inflation remains low, and Indonesia's investment performance has improved. As noted by Antara News internationally, Prabowo has been active in diplomacy and sought to strengthen Indonesia's global position. Yet, public trust appears to be declining as people grow impatient with unfulfilled promises and rising social tension. And in my opinion, President Prabowo is a strong and determined leader, but he needs to be more empathic and responsive to the people's voice. His military discipline can be valuable, but leadership also requires humanity and the ability to listen, especially to those who are poor, marginalized, or powerless. The ongoing protests and criticism are not just signs of rejection, but reminders that democracy demands accountability. To truly success, President Prabowo must balance strength with compassion and ambition with transparency. Only by doing so can he prove that his leadership is not a repetition of the past, but a step forward, a more just and united Indonesia. To conclude my opinion, I would like to say that I respect President Prabowo for his persistence and dedication to our nation. He has achieved so much and has the potential to bring positive change. However, as a leader, he must listen more closely to the people's needs, understand their struggle, and ensure that government policies truly improve their life. A great leader is not only strong but also humble and compassionate. I believe that President Prabowo combines his discipline with empathy. He can guide Indonesia toward a more peaceful and prosperous future. Thank you for listening. And that's all my opinion for Mr. President Prabowo Subianto. And on this video, I'm gonna show that about news. In here, I'm gonna edit some linked news from social media or whatever it is in here. Yes. Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Novita Sari. My student ID is 632506661. And today I'm going to present about adverb of frequency. This topic is part of our English basic class. These are words describe how often action happens, whether it's something we do every day or only once in a while. By using adverb of frequency, our sentence sounds clearer and more natural when describing habits and routine. Sorry, this one. I'll give you some slide presentation. So, first of all, what is an adverb of frequency? An adverb frequency is a word that tells us how something happens. It gives us information about the frequency or regularity of an action or event, whether it's something that happens all the time, rarely, or somewhere in between. So, adverb of frequency is a word that tells us how often something happens. For example, it's so if something happens all the time, sometimes, or never. Words like always, often, sometimes, rarely, and never are all adverbs of frequency. For instance, if I say I always eat breakfast, that means I do it every day. There are two types of adverb of frequency, definite and indefinite. Indefinite frequency adverb describe how often an action occurs without specific time or frequency. Indefinite frequency adverb don't give an exact number, they just show approximate frequency like always, usually, or sometimes. Meanwhile, definite frequency is adverb describe how often an action occurs at a specific time. Definite frequency adverb show exactly how often something happens, like daily, weekly, or every month. Here are some common adverbs of frequency we use in daily life. We have always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, seldom, hardly ever, never, occasionally, frequently. For example, how often does she exercise? She exercises daily. How frequently do they visit the park? They visit the park rarely. And the last one, how often do you eat apples? I eat apples sometimes. Let's talk about the finite frequency adverb. This describes action that happens at specific time, like always, daily, weekly, monthly, hourly, quarterly, nightly, yearly, annually, every day, twice a day, once a day. They show clear time interval and are easy to measure. You can also say once a week, twice a month, or every year to show exact repetition. Now, for indefinite frequency adverb, these don't tell us exactly how often something happens, but give us a general idea. Always, in 100%, usually 90%, often 80%, frequently 70%, sometimes 50%, occasionally 30%, rarely 15%, seldom 10%, and never 0%. So this is the meaning of those percentage. Like in here, always indicate that action that happens every time without exception. Like she always arrive on time. Usually show that action occurs most of the time, but not necessarily every time. Like they usually go for a walk in the evening. Often, the action occurs frequently, but not constantly as always or usually. Like he often forget his keys at home. Frequently similar to often indicates repeated action happen regularly. Like they frequently travel to different countries, and sometimes shows an action that occurs occasionally but not regularly. Like she sometimes forgot to lock the door. Next, where do we put adverb of frequency in a sentence? It depends on the type of verb. If they're an action verb, the formula is subject plus adverb of frequency plus main verb plus object. Like example, she always drinks coffee in the morning. If the verb to be is are was were, the formula is subject plus to be plus adverb of frequency plus complement. Like example, we are always happy. If there are an auxiliary verb, the adverb goes between the auxiliary and the main verb. The formula is subject plus auxiliary plus adverb of frequency plus main verb plus object. Example, she has never been to Japan. but you can also place them at the beginning or end of sentence for emphasis. In negative sentence, the adverb comes after not or after to be. The formula is subject plus auxiliary plus not plus adverb of frequency plus main verb. The example, we can always choose what we want. And the last one, finally, let's see how adverb frequency work in question. The adverb usually comes after the subject and before the main verb. For example, do you regularly curl your hair? Like that. But one exception to the rule in question form is that you should never use seldom, rarely, and never in question form. That's all about adverb of frequency. They tell us how often something happens and make our sentence sound more natural and fluent. Thank you for listening.